y'all. We busy back. So I'm Anitra with Love is Respect and the Hotline, and I am with my co-star, guest star from the States. We got Care Bear here on the ones and twos, and
your boy Leo D.
Oh God.
Y'all know.
So thank you guys for continuing to follow us along on our awesome What's Love Got to Do with It series. So this portion of What's Love Got to Do with It, we are going to talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about... Oh, I thought you...
Making love.
That's what happens when you forget the lyrics. So we're going to talk about sex and healthy boundaries and when your partner is pressuring you.
No means no.
Even in a relationship, no means no.
No means no. Yes means yes. Repeated yes means yes. Basically what I mean by that is just because you say yes to one thing one time doesn't mean you say yes all the time. It doesn't mean you say yes to everything. Like repeated consent. Consent is ongoing. Consent. We love consent. Has anyone had experience that they want to talk about with pressure into having sex? And that's not just sex, but like issues around doing that. Pressure to do things you're not comfortable with.
I let you read the text messages before, remember? When we was driving,
Oh, yeah.
she was getting mad at me because I didn't want to have sex with her. I didn't care. I was just being nonchalant, but...
Yeah, I think girls feel like if guys don't want to have sex with them, then you're getting it from somewhere else.
Yeah, which I wasn't. I just said I wasn't trying to have, I was just trying to go a different route. So, but to answer the question more directly, just because you are in a relationship, like I said earlier, does not mean you're entitled to sex, So if your partner says no, that don't mean just like force your way up in there, because at the end of the day, that's still, not consent. But if you feel like your partner is pressuring you from sex, just try to talk to them and let them know. And if the pressure continues or if it even increases, then maybe, y'all probably might have to go separate ways. As much as it sucks, if you really like them, but if they really like you, then they'll respect what you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to add that in my experience, my ex-partners would make it seem as though if I didn't want to have sex or I didn't want to have sex as much as they did, that I didn't love them, or they treated sex like it was affection. I mean, it is kind of, but because I didn't want to, that I wasn't giving affection. I had a partner who, and they made it seem as though like if I didn't want to have sex, then like I didn't love them, or they treated, like the only way that I could show affection was through sex. And I just want to know, who told you that my affection for you was in my vagina?
True.
Just want to know who told you that. Because just because I don't want to have sex with you or all the time, or if I say I'm not ready to have sex or just whatever around that does not mean that that's the only way that I have to show love to you or whatnot. And if that is what you're expecting, then you're right. I think we may not be compatible for each other. But I think around sex, it's important that we all set our boundaries. You have to be comfortable with your partner to say, look, I'm not comfortable doing this. I don't want to do this. Even if it's like, hey, if I said no, like, how would that mean? Like, you have to be able to have these conversations. And if you're with someone who doesn't want to respect that or calls you names or puts you down or whatever because of your decisions, then call with respect. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, and that's probably going to happen a lot in this generation, trust me.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I don't know. I've just heard my friends, my friends go through, my friends go through stuff like that. My dudes respect.
I could say, like the old me, I would tell girls stuff like that too. Like,
really?
Like, oh, you don't like me because you don't want to have sex with me. But then, now that I'm trying to change, I learned that sex comes with maturity, and only immature people say stuff like that to get. it's like they're trying to sucker the girl into having sex with them.
Mm-hmm.
And and then now I look back at it, I'm just like, dang, that was lame. But now it's like, now I'm getting a girl to have sex with me because she's actually attracted to my mind and what I have to offer, and because she genuinely likes me for me, and she wants to be intimate with me and not just be intimate due to sex. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense.
If you're going to have sex, have safe sex.
have safe sex. And part of healthy sex and stuff like that also includes conversations about condoms, about checkups, and the conversations around unexpected pregnancies. I think we need to have conversations because reproductive coercion and all that's all trapped into sexual abuse and things like that. So have the conversation, people. I know it can be awkward. It's very awkward. It can be awkward. We get it. But it's so important. And like I said, if you're with someone who you can't have the conversation about something that's so important and so big, then are they really the one for you? What's love got to do with it?
Music in every motion.
What's love got to do with it?
It's a heart and a heart can't be broken. Anyways.
Well, thanks again for joining us. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, please feel free to drop them in the comments below.
Follow us on Instagrams.
Right here below.
Right there. And Twitter.
And as always, you can always contact Love with Respect if you have questions about relationships. Stay tuned for the next one.
Love is respect. We out.
Deuces.